Easy
Packing a
as
bowl, like I'm packing a bowl. If you go, there's a this town of, well, actually about 50,000 people. About 50,000 people. 7,000 counties, something like that. There are 14 dispensaries. Because here in Michigan, it's legal. As long as you're 21, you got the money, go buy it. So I'm tempted to try gummies. I haven't gotten high since, Jesus, 1989.
I actually do.
Wow, that's before Fish.
What?
That's before Fish. A band that high people listen to.
Nope, my mic is my mic working?
Yes, it is.
Your mic is working.
All right, fine.
So I just noticed a thing that had a 1 on it, showing that I had a direct message from 9 months ago.
Oh,
and I feel really shitty about it because it's from Von Rek.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
It says, "Hi, I am David, the husband of this supporter you know as Von Rek or Dugal. I'm letting you know that he died a week ago Monday in fall. I don't know how much he interacted with you, but I figured I'd drop this message to those he supported."
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that's from 9 months ago.
So you're 9 months late.
Yeah, 9 months late, but
was it a boy or a girl?
It's Von Rex, the gay man that was our patron, and chatted a bunch of times. We always offered, hey, you can come in, but he always had a family room as well too. He was on his computer in the family room, and so there was kids running around, dogs running around,
busy,
and,
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So he never felt comfortable to join in the Zoom call as well as that. But
he did occasionally.
Yeah, he did occasionally as well too.
Especially sometimes the topics that we discuss are not child friendly. So understandable.
And now, of course, we have to remove him from the patron list. But
yes, but
I'm going to go ahead and leave him.
I blame Isaiah.
Yeah, honor Von Rex as well too.
Oh, so these are the gummies that I use. You can't really see it. They're called Medicaid. These will knock you out pretty well. But I mean, watching television, listening to music while on them is such a magical experience.
You know what you should do? You should put on The Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Remember to start the album when the lion does its third roar.
And it hits right along with the. I've done this many times. It hits right along with the entire album.
When the Tin Man does his dance, it's fucking amazing. Otherwise, it's pareidolia. It's coincidental bullshit, but it's fun.
Another thing you can do, because I'm going to be gaming on Saturdays now when I play Sable.
Okay.
Get high as a fucking kite and watch that game, because I'm telling you, it's worth it.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Now, I can't get way too high because then I'll feel nauseated. So I can't get too high. But
it is probably one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen visually.
Right.
What about watching 2001?
That's I guess if I am high, I can deal with the pacing issues of 2001. It's Spaceology as well too, because I know that
I can that one I can definitely watch stoned as hell.
With what issues, Geek?
Pacing issues in 2001 is Space Odyssey. I have not.
Stanley Kubrick was a bad director.
Yeah, definitely. Or Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which also that's trippy too. So I can definitely see moments of that movie being good, altered as well too. And again, I think if I'm just chillaxing with gummies or substances as well that as well too.
William Shatner, also a bad director.
No, that too.
William Shatner also bad.
I think if not for the HAL section in the middle, the consistency of 2001 would be a really good chill out movie on its own. But
hey, here's a spaceship. We're going to play classical music and make you watch it drift for 5 fucking minutes.
The HAL section, that 20 minutes to 35 minutes of the movie is one of the best Outer Limits or Twilight Zone kind of, just that section is so good, both ambient storytelling, little details you miss, and plus because it's Kubrick, it's shot so well that the rest of the movie just being plotting just feels so bad compared to that.
Yeah.
Twilight Zone.
Okay, before we get to the fact that Isaiah has his hand raised, I want to know what Phoenix means by queer rocks.
Archie
Queer rocks?
Yeah, Archie, Phoenix's cat is like raging against like queer rocks. But like, and Mithril, you want to say something?
I was going to say, while we're talking about sci-fi, has anybody yet seen the new episode of the next season of Doctor Who?
No,
I haven't caught up with any.
Watch
right,
now,
I will.
No,
shut up.
The show's over. I'm going to go watch Doctor Who.
Okay. Now,
but Isaiah, you have.
I have the last episode I saw Doctor Who was before Jodie took over as Doctor. So,
I enjoyed Jodie's
Capaldi. Okay. Oh, Isaiah, now that you had your hand up, so what do you want to say?
Isaiah's the only polite person here.
John, shut up.
Isaiah, please spit and speak.
I was gonna say sometimes I also watch From Earth to the Moon High.
Oh, I see.
Whenever the rockets take off, I do a fist pump.
I do the trucker horn thing because that's what they are.
Yeah,
the space truckers.
And watch
It's a TV show.
Yellow Submarine.
I like that, Phoenix.
Yellow Submarine. I enjoyed Yellow Submarine. Honestly, that is a trippy movie. But like,
Isaiah, I got a question for you.
Yes?
Do you do the same thing that I do when you watch Armageddon? You love the movie, but you recognize, and it impinges on my brain every single time, that the science fucking sucks in that movie.
It's a fucking dumb movie, but I love the shit out of it.
I've seen it like 6 times.
There's
6 times, but yeah.
Yeah, I love Armageddon. It is stupid as fuck. It is. I love it.
Right there.
Ben Affleck is a talented actor who has terrible taste in
spin
scripts.
away out of Earth orbit. Yeah, whatever, bitch.
Yeah.
There's a mostly or a fairly reasonable action movie that actually hits the same tone, where it's so dumb that it being dumb makes it like is like the feature to it. Jason's movie, The Meg.
Oh, The Meg. That's right.
God, yes.
It's so delightfully dumb.
Yeah.
I was thinking of The Expendables. They should put, like, shorten it a little bit, which would be easy to do.
Oh my God.
Every time they beat somebody, they do video game sounds in the background.
Oh my God.
That's what Crank should have done, honestly. The Crank being the perfect video game movie as well.
They should make a parody movie called Not Another Toxic Masculinity Movie and have it in those big red letters from like those early 2000s, those like early odds like comedies. Not Another Dumb Toxic Masculinity Movie.
There you go.
And it should unironically star Will Ferrell.
Every cliche of action movie, you have washed up military guys. You have you have some bullshit where they got to stop these like people from detonating this nuke to get awareness of something stupid. Just dumb.
Have you seen Hardware Wars?
I have seen Hardware Wars. Yes,
I love that thing.
That's a fun like parody as well too.
Yeah.
Mithril, you were about to say something.
The first time I saw Pink Floyd's The Wall, I was so fucking stoned off my face. I had to go back 2 days later to see if I could work out what the hell I'd been watching.
I was mad. I was mad because I still know the entire album by heart from start to finish, every single word. Okay. And can sing it. Maybe not as good as him, obviously, but I can sing it.
You can sing better than me.
And so I listened to it for quite a while, and then years, whatever, and then saw the movie, and there's nothing wrong with the movie. It's just it's not the order of the album, and that's what threw me.
Oh, I can see.
There is a little bit of shuffling around, yeah.
Right. Whereas the album just goes in progression.
Yeah. And noticeably, I think there were only 2 tracks released as singles, and one of them isn't on the album.
Right.
It's called When the Tigers Broke Free. And that isn't on the album, but it's.
If I had to pick a band to be my favorite, Pink Floyd would be it. Good morning, when you're on the crown we plainly show the.
Also add that Star Trek TNG season 1 is good to watch while you're high. It's very trippy. Special effects are very trippy, and so is the soundtrack.
Oh God, hold on, James.
I don't know. I think 2 just has like a higher percentage of just the weirdest but not like terrible episodes.
It's Mini Mithro.
Yes.
Bye.
Hey, Mithro, have you guys have you heard of a guy named he was like this really well known. He was like this creepy Jimmy Savile. Have you heard?
Yes.
Yes.
Savile.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah, the baby raper.
Savile was, because I'm of that age where watching Savile on TV on a Saturday night after Doctor Who was just part of what we did. And even back then, my mum had very good teacher's instincts and said, that man is creepy as fuck, and I really don't think you should be watching him.
Right.
So we
watch
still did, but she went out. So
She
would go.
whatever.
But she made sure you were never alone with him.
It was hugely popular. Yeah, it was hugely popular. It was
watching the
horrendously popular, but
He was like Mr. Beast.
yeah, except
I'm not accusing Mr. Beast of pedophilia.
no,
I'm just saying that he's a toxic, evil piece of shit.
Mr. Beast.
He was like Captain Kangaroo.
He
Captain
at least
Kangaroo
looked
was like that.
semi-human, you know. There was something about Savile that just wasn't. If you could, you know, if you were of a persuasion who actively believed in all the nonsense of demonology and all that crap, you would actively think, you would genuinely believe that Savile actually was a demon.
Yeah, it's so many from that era. It's
Oh.
so weird. It's like all of Great Britain had a weird uncle phase.
Oh, we all had it. There was a guy. I lived in northwest England, and
He chose that hair.
Shut up.
Okay, I got
Nobody
it.
has your bloody opinion. But our part of the world, there was a guy called Stuart Hall, who was the local news main presenter for donkey's years, and also presented a game show called It's a Knockout, or Je suis en frontière, as it was also known. And it was very fun. It was a sort of poorly invested in Takeshi's Castle, for want of a better word. It was local people doing stupid stuff. And it turned out he was a big fan of young children as well.
Oh, jeez.
There were so many of them in media from that era who you sort of sat there and go, oh, he was a really nice, you thought he was a really nice man, and it turns out he was a horrible fucking pervert.
Jeez. Go ahead, Ely.
The one that really sort of surprised me was Rolf Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was who?
Yeah. Rolf Harris.
It was a presenter on he was Australian, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was an immigrant.
Yeah.
He came over. He came
Okay.
to Britain.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's all the proof
yeah.
we need that immigrants are bad.
That
We
whole-
should shoot all white
that-
people on sight.
Yeah.
That whole era of British media makes me think that that's why the Anglican Church doesn't have as many sex scandals as the Catholic Church,
Oh, it does.
because they all went into media instead. Is it just as bad? We just don't hear about it over here.
Oh, yeah.
And the
In
biggest
fact,
one in the Monty Python.
The most recent Archbishop of Canterbury, who is the chief priest in the Church of England, resigned, was because of him doing exactly what the Catholics do, which was moving a person who was known to enjoy the company of children a little bit too much, and moving him on to another diocese every time somebody put a complaint in. And because he was known to Justin Welby, he just turned around and said, "Yeah, I've got to resign." I mean, at least he had the guts to resign. You know, I mean,
right. Did you see? I'm sure you probably did. Being over there versus over here, most people in America would be like, "What?" Did you see where? Oh, I want to say it was the Archbishop of Ireland. Actually had the gall to put out a statement. I don't know what media he put it on.
Galway.
Statement where he asked the parishioners to donate more funds to the gathering when it comes around to pay for the sex scandals.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Church is dying.
I've seen that.
That's a good thing.
Because what else is the church good for?
Right.
I mean,
are we live now? Because it's after 2.
We are live.
We've been live for
we've been live.
We've been live since about the time show showed up.
I mean, the other
I don't know.
The other thing about that is that despite all impressions to the contrary, the Church of England itself is in some financial trouble because in the mid 80s, late 80s, they took on a bunch of financial investors to look after their funds, which is what they pay clergymen out of, partly. And these stupid investors, you know, this investment bank, whatever it was, lost them huge quantities of money, not just a little bit, you know.
Chucky darn.
And oh yeah, it was a real disaster. So a bunch of amateurish clergymen had managed to keep the Church of England's head above water financially for somewhere in the region of 400 plus years, and a bunch of financial experts managed to turn that around and ruin it in about 12 years.
Good, welcome.
So yeah,
if you're gonna keep like literally stealing the words out of my mouth, Maeve, then
kiss my ass, you blimey bastard.
So it's the second Sunday of the month, and obviously we're doing the Patreon show, so we're here with our patrons. So thank you to all the patrons whose names are scrolling down at the bottom, and like including our past like patron Von Rock, who is no longer with us, died like 9 months ago. That we didn't hear about that till like John Brockman finally checked his messages. So
I don't read my texts.
Do not message John Brockman.
You're too busy.
I always go through
smart ass compliments to people.
Do go through me as best you can as well too, and like, but I'm also in bad with like a text messages because like I'll post that as a question like later as well too. But first of all, to our patrons, first going to start with Ely. How are you doing, relatively speaking, and what you've been up to?
I've been watching the news like a lot. It's a bit. It's not very fun having the whole U.S. machine of manufacturing consent conspiring against your country and against. That's really not fun.
I don't know what's going on in my country, Ellie. Like, okay, so I'm from Florida, so I'm kind of like the Florida correspondent on this.
Sorry.
And let's see, what did Florida try to do?
How's the war with Disney World going?
Yeah.
He lost that.
Thankfully.
Obviously, he would because it's Disney.
Because it's fucking Disneyland.
Yeah. How you go against
Didn't DeSantis's wife get like into trouble for like $10 million worth of funds that he spent over?
I'm not
for her stuff.
I'm
not surprised, honestly.
I heard a story where he was trying to groom her for the governorship. So it would be DeSantis and his wife running the state, but I don't think she has any. Does she have any governor experience? Because I just
well, that doesn't count. Look at
of course.
Yeah, that's not how nepotism works.
Exactly.
Not only did
if
not
experience
have,
mattered, we wouldn't have had the Bush presidency.
right,
Or the other
did
Bush
not have
presidency.
any
Actually, no, the first Bush presidency he had
whatsoever.
Like,
And
like,
he
like,
was
like
the first one I know of to get into the Department of Defense, head of the Department of Defense without being in the fucking military.
like if
He's also had his wife in on classified meetings.
So okay, so I just look up
better emails.
Yahoo News. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Thursday defended a state agency's involvement with $10 million donation to a charity founded by his wife as a cherry on top deal, using funds from a settlement between the agency and the state's largest Medicare contractor. So, yeah, sloshing money around. Why not? I'm in charge of this thing. I'm the governor. So
it's not corruption when I do it.
People vote for him, people will vote for it. So I don't know. People will vote for it as long as people like me are kept in our place.
Unfortunately, yes, that is the truth.
So,
people vote for Trump because he hates the same people they do. It's just that simple.
Pretty much, yeah.
Basically. And I'm like, hey, it doesn't matter.
I just got a new meme.
Doesn't matter what he says, doesn't matter what he talks about, doesn't matter if they get hurt, as long as they can own the libs.
Yep. Unfortunately, yeah, it's like ever since Rush Limbaugh, that's been the mantra and the rallying cry for the right as well too. Just and now it's just to the extreme if this point if just owning the libs as well
fuck
too.
Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
So glad he's still dead.
Well, I'm still for sale, so I have not been bought. So I'm still not being owned.
I'm still waiting on my Soros checks.
And I'm not even liberal.
Exactly.
So it's like,
exactly. That motherfucker needs to pay me.
Oh, that's right. Jordan P. That did happen in Florida. A trans woman in Florida was arrested for just washing her hands. So basically, whatever kind of. Yeah.
Now, to give you a little bit more context on that, she did it intentionally, and I don't have that. Okay.
And she's a Republican.
Okay.
She washed her hands with intent.
I see.
Exactly. But it was a form of protest. She told people she was going to go in and do it, and she did. And I'm glad she did.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
I hope.
What a rather she
I hope her
cops though.
Yeah.
You hope what?
I hope her. What do you call it?
Lawyer
mugshot is as epic as Rosa Parks.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Looking at that mugshot after finding out that Rosa Parks did it as part of a protest is like, oh yeah, that's legitimately
and
what Trump was trying to do.
She just wandered into a bus.
Look on her face, like, yep.
Well, this young woman did a similar thing because she sent letters or emails, whatever, to all the local justice authorities saying that this is what I'm going to do. So,
no, also in Florida that they're trying to partner with. So ICE is trying to partner with the state troopers to.
They always do.
Yeah, so they're doing that. They're also doing that on campuses, like college campuses here. And I work with a few people who are Hispanic on the cleaning crew. So yeah, I make sure I be on the lookout.
Remember, if ICE is knocking at your door, you don't have to let them in. They have to have a warrant to let them in. You don't have to
signed by a judge.
Signed by a judge, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like,
and whatever you do, don't step outside your house because then they could just take you away without a warrant.
And then Pam Bondi, the shitty Barbie blonde that's running the department, said, this is a little while ago, but said that they were considering prosecuting people who inform immigrants of their rights.
Yeah.
So
there was also
see what happens.
Yeah. There was also the slightly because it's only one person, the slightly positive Supreme Court 9-0.
I would say that the fact that it was unanimous, even if they ignore it, although that brings up a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Like that's a good sign that at very least it won't just be they're able to get away with everything legally.
Yeah.
So what was this decision?
There was a guy who was shipped out to, is it
El Salvador.
Venezuela?
El Salvador.
Sorry.
El
Yeah.
Salvador.
Oh, you're talking. I can't remember his name.
No, I can't.
I know
It's my racist colonialist background that means I can't remember his name. Sorry.
Well, you're English, so yeah.
Yeah, I know. And he was taken out, claiming ICE claimed he was MS-13. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think.
Or Trinidad Aragua or
No,
Yeah,
him
something.
specifically, they claimed MS-13.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you. And there's been a huge uproar, or a small uproar in some parts of the press about it, and it was eventually sent to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled it 9-0 that he should be brought back.
And they've just ignored it. I remember them also saying that
just like they ignored it when the judge said you're not allowed to send him there in the first place.
right,
Yeah.
and they've said, well, sorry,
So he's
but
probably dead.
he's in international waters now. You have no jurisdiction there over him.
So he's probably dead.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's like
It's a US Army plane. If you go out on a US Army plane, does it stop having jurisdiction while it's in international airspace?
No, I'm pretty sure that the laws of the home country apply on the plane.
Yeah.
But Isaiah, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I sometimes just wish these politicians who think they're so badass can just like I really wish I could be these people. I'm like,
Eye in the fire?
yeah, I don't know, like just
I do.
just give me 101 with Pam Bondi.
Guillotines.
Yep.
Just
Don't
with
do
a
this
lot
to
of
Casting.
Yeah,
Eye in the fire.
Right. They're always
the whole bit about
Mm-hmm.
Charles Schwab actually being a person and not just an organization. My first thought was, man, I wish he stopped being a person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was
clarify
surprised.
what I mean by that, but
Yeah, so they're not. No. It's not like dwell on like what you mean by that. It's like, yeah, I don't know what you mean. It's like, but like, yeah, it's like, yeah, they never stop doing it to test the careless against us as well too.
I just think when you have a leaders debate, whether it's in the US, in the UK, or France, or Canada, or anywhere else.
Oh, the Canada might change later soon.
Yes, true. Each one of the members of the people who are in the debate should, behind them, have a guillotine assembled. And every time they give a wrong answer, it's dropped. Now, some of
Just
them,
as a reminder,
it would spend more time down than up, but
Yeah,
it would kind of a reminder to them.
I don't think it should be behind them. I think it should be only a little bit behind them.
Behind their necks, perhaps. You want more? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I can't say some of the things I want to say, but oh my God.
My only problem with the guillotine for people like Trump is it's too fucking quick.
I put it this way.
He's really old. He's going to die soon anyway.
But see, here's the thing: it's not going to stop with that.
No.
It's not.
Well, it might, because I don't think Vance has got that sort of charisma that people will
No, not
follow
even a
him.
little bit, the couch fucker.
I don't
Oh,
think.
yeah.
I don't think he has as much charisma as Ron DeSantis.
I'll say this. Get all these
Can you
people
keep
on an air.
Vance away from Greenland, please?
We'll do
Yeah.
our best. And we'll just like tempt him with other couches for him to fuck as well too.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't want a fucking IKEA couch. He won't go anywhere near Northern Europe. He likes his women like he likes his chicken, with a little bit of fat on the end.
Oh, God.
Here's why I think should happen. This is what I think should happen. Get all these people on an airplane. Pam Bondi, whoever his press secretary is, I forgot her name.
Yeah, she's instantly forgettable.
Delegation to Mars.
She's no Scaramucci.
No. Get all
No.
Bondi or some shit.
Get all these people on an airplane, let the plane take off, and then when you see Canadian geese over there, just say, "You say Canadian geese?"
You know what happened to like Fabio? Yeah, do that plane.
Yeah, you know that airplane that crashed in the Hudson? Yeah, do that. Do that.
Defund, deny, depose. And then the pilot jumps out the plane.
That Ken Jennings meme is hilarious.
Yes, I love it.
I'll pin a medal on those geese's remains. Don't get me wrong.
Now,
definitely
before we go too far on that, I do want to add one point that Canada sucks also.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
You know,
where are you guys still racist down there?
Yeah, and like I was going to say, and Indigenous, I've had many conversations about this. If you don't believe me, ask an Indigenous person.
Oh yeah.
What do you think? Are Canadians just as racist as Americans?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There was a very weird video I saw about a month ago now, which was basically all these the Indigenous children scandal at the Christian schools thing.
Oh yeah.
That was big, 2 or 3 years ago? I can't remember exactly. Well, this video was claiming there was evidence that it hadn't happened, or there wasn't any evidence, or
now they
like
want
this. Yeah. It was very weird. I don't know whether it's true. I don't know anything about it. I
Schools are
suspect it
supposed to
isn't
have
true.
cemeteries.
Well, even aside from the whole thing about here's the thing about the evidence. Okay, not that I want to quote him all the time because Sam Harris can suck my big white Irish ass. But, he had a good comment a long time ago that what evidence do you use to convince people who don't value evidence? And the thing is, with this whole evidence thing, there's a guy who one of the people I follow on YouTube, political content wise, is Tom Powell Jr. I do have some issues with him, but in general, I agree with probably 80%.
That's a very white name.
Yeah. But he made a comment about this when we were talking about the evidence and stuff, and he showed this little clip, and it's this guy who claims that there were 7 people who caught COVID while they were visiting a lab in Wuhan and brought it back to the United States, okay? In 2018, 2019, like within that range, okay? And that Biden tried to hush it up and Biden tried to cover it up. And why didn't Biden fix it? Again, 2018, 2019. Who's the president? 2017 to the end of 2020.
Obama.
Nope, Trump.
No, I was being funny.
I'm pretty sure it was the black guy.
Yeah.
This is America. Find the nearest black guy. The nearest black guy to the White House is Obama.
Well, I'm just an idiot, and I just like mistaking like other white people for other white people.
Well, didn't people give?
Well, we all do look the same.
Obama that time.
What's that, Isaiah?
No, I was saying people gave Obama shit when he handed Ebola that time, right?
Yeah, Ebola happened, but it was
they gave him shit for wearing a brown suit. That means nothing.
Or for putting mustard on a hot dog, because fuck ketchup, first of all. Okay. I detest ketchup, but putting mustard should go on a hot dog. And if you put anything else besides mustard on a bratwurst, y'all are not gonna have problems.
Okay, well then you're gonna hate me then, because I put mustard on bratwurst all the time, so we're gonna have a fight.
No. I love mustard on bratwurst. I thought I said ketchup on bratwurst.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Never mind.
You put ketchup on bratwurst, I tell you what, I'm gonna lead the people with the pitchforks.
Okay, no, brats just need mustard. But hot dogs, I put onions, relish, ketchup, mustard, and shredded cheese.
People eat lima beans and chitlins, so
lima beans are the worst.
They're
like dirt.
Never had chitlins.
My general view on ketchup is it has such a strong, devouring flavor that anything that you think needs ketchup to taste better, you probably just shouldn't eat.
Yeah, I agree.
You just don't like the taste of that.
I never understood people who put ketchup on meatloaf. I never understood that shit.
Some people, my mom used to do that. Some people also
remember old people didn't use spices.
Right.
Ketchup
especially white people. Some people
might be the
also
exception, but using any other kind of tomato-based thing to liquefy it, a nice barbecue sauce, some tomato juice.
I do barbecue sauce.
Like that's very good. I think
because it also
ketchup
has
adds a little too much
spices, something that
sweetness to
most people are.
meatloaf, but
It's like kryptonite for most white people.
Yeah.
Also, another abomination is French fries with mayonnaise. You a nasty
Fuck you, Canada.
That's like all of Belgium, all of France, all those
I can't completely say that because I love French fries and tartar sauce, which is just mayonnaise and dill pickle relish.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. I usually prefer flat fries just naked, but that's actually
or malt vinegar. Malt vinegar on or malt vinegar on fries is pretty good, but for me, always hot sauce. Yeah. Anytime you use ketchup for something, I will use hot sauce as well too. Doesn't matter what
ice cream.
Potatoes,
like
I'm sorry, but and again, fuck you, John. But potatoes, my heritage. I'm sorry, but it's in the bylaws.
They're not your heritage. They're not even Joey's heritage. They're from down south.
But from and the English and English-ish people will understand what I mean when I say this. But farls and Colcannon are like staples for me. Okay. And I see you got a frown on your face. So, so just about every country, pretty much close to every culture in the world has a variation of this. Farls are basically Irish potato pancakes. Okay.
Yeah. Latkes.
And I also make Colcannon potato donut holes. But Colcannon is basically, for the American people, it's basically, most of my relatives know what it is because you make it all the time. Fancy mashed potatoes. You got real butter, real cream, onions, garlic. I put bacon and mushrooms in mine. Yeah. Oh my God! I think I got potatoes. I think
it's just sloppy mash.
It's what?
It's sloppy mash.
Right. Fingers and mash. Yeah, I love that shit.
It's one step side of soup.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what? I haven't asked this question to Joe and Mithril. Joe first. How are you doing? Relatively speaking, what have you been up to as well?
What do you call it? Right at the end of the month, I had my 45th birthday.
Oh yes,
so
congratulations!
I thought you said great.
Yeah. So that was fun. It was nice, calm. We did. I did painted pottery things with both my friend group and my family group. We've been planning a vacation out to the redwoods out in California.
Oh, nice.
That sadly, I just found out that due to financial stuff, my brother's not gonna. Him and his family aren't going to be able to come with us. So instead, because we've already rented a large house for that period, we invited my brother-in-law's parents to come with us on that, which I haven't seen them in a while, and they have good politics for old people, which is always nice.
Okay, yes.
That's always an important
I mean, a
caveat.
little on the liberal side of it, but at least the progressive liberal side of it.
Okay, yeah, that's something as well too.
Not a neoliberal.
Yeah. Metro, relatively speaking, how are you doing? How's the mini you is also doing? How's the baby?
Sorry about this. I'm all right, mostly. Little man's still going through a disruptive stage.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that'll stop when he turns 25 if he learns not to be white.
Yeah.
I usually say if you think that's bad, wait till he's 30.
So most of the downstairs looks like a small bomb has gone off in it.
And I think the best was okay.
I'm still struggling to find work, but at my age, nobody's going to be wanting to take you on and train you up. When in 8 or 9 years' time, you're likely to retire. So
yeah, and it's not like anything Walmart's for Walmart greeters that we have as well too.
Well,
I know people
they don't have greeters as such, but they do. But I just don't want to work in fucking retail. To be honest, I've done my
garbage.
I've done my time in retail, just like I've done my time in catering, and it's full of god awful people serving the stupidest sections of the British public, and I ain't that keen on either of them. You know,
I mean, like, there's a reason I don't drive on Sundays.
Right.
And it's because Christians after church are the fucking worst.
Right. You think they're fucking there, wait till they come in a restaurant.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's why I know.
Yeah, because I tell you what, I told many of my friends, I worked in retail for almost 14 years. I told many of my friends, I'm gonna write a book with a bunch of stories. I mean, I know a manager who literally got punched in the middle of his chest. Somebody shit on the floor in an aisle. All kinds.
I used to hang out at Waffle House.
Yeah, sort of similar. Not quite as bad. But I'm going to call it from the other side of the counter, because let me tell you, there are some enterprising individuals who work at Walmart. I will agree with that. I will say that. Okay, but for the most part, y'all don't realize how much we make fun of you when we're back in the break room.
Oh yeah.
I mean, since I have worked in the food service industry, I know.
At the gas station job, there'll be days I would just have to like scream about something, so I'll just go to the cooler and go.
Right.
I just hope that like a customer does not open the door to get a 6-pack when I do that too, because they'll be like, "What's happening?"
Coolers are for crying, screaming, or laughing.
Yeah, we had a walk-in freezer for that exact purpose.
And again, listen, I cannot sell you an individual beer, especially not the bottles.
Well, you can now. They sell those at gas stations.
Or after 2 o'clock on Sundays.
And not that between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. I cannot sell you any alcohol between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. You hate that? Take it up with the Washington State legislature. They made the laws. I say, you have.
And here's in Michigan.
Our supermarkets are like that, and they shut up.
Isaiah had his hand up. Stop interrupting, Mitchell. Don't be a white guy.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I was looking at my grandson.
He is distractingly cute. Isaiah.
I was gonna say, so I'm doing okay. I was supposed to go to the Kennedy Space Center.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Something came up where I had.
You were arrested for wearing your spacesuit, weren't you?
No, but that would have been a good Florida man story, though.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Man in spacesuit arrested at Kennedy Center. Yeah.
But also, guy arrested for trying to ride a ride wearing it, not actually on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I'm actually I'm making a like a flyable Titan Gemini boost.
Oh, nice.
This used to be an actual Estes model rocket tube. I'm just like building the Gemini,
giving it flair,
paint job on it. So
nice.
That's very, very creative. I'm really impressed, Isaiah.
I wish I was alive back then when they were actually doing models for movies. I could have easily had a job.
You need to send me some pics of that when you're done.
There are still some movies use physical effects rather than
CGI.
Yeah, they usually do a mix of it because sometimes it's better one way, sometimes it's better the other.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings the Lord of the Rings had all the budget in the world too, but they always do use a mix of it because there are times where it's just like, no, you just need like something there as well too, and sometimes they will even use visual effects as well too, like in computer generated graphics as well too, but also have a puppet, even if for just that one scene, because like it's still so effective. The scene where like Bilbo's like at the ring as well too, they build a doll for that scene to get that face as well too, and then of course
all 13 and how like the model worked from that, how well that was done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I kind of like will always have like a love for like practical effects as well too, because like that's definitely time and place for a CGI work as well too, but just like at some point or another, you just gotta like at least film something as well too. You can make yours in movie completely CGI animated as well too. Look at Avatar; that's pretty much an animated movie, honestly. The blue people Avatar.
Speaking of puppets. I know
Donald Trump.
Yeah, exactly. I know I posted this before on my Facebook, but Toby Froud, who is the baby that was in Labyrinth.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
41 years old this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
old.
that's bad enough.
Yeah,
That's bad
exactly
enough.
me.
Okay. But what was good about it, though, I'm looking up, to find a picture of him where they have usually it's when he was in the movie and then today. Yeah. He worked on the Dark Crystal.
Yeah, that's right. Nice.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. I still have not seen the TV show, but the movie Dark Crystal, my God, that was a trip. The first time I saw Dark Crystal was first time I saw Dark Crystal all the way through.
It made you trans.
I was only trans when I watched Dark Crystal as well too. I can see that cracking some people's eggs though. But no, I saw it in the theaters actually for the first time all the way through, and I got it was an experience.
First time I realized I was gay and trans is when I watched Lucy Lawless.
There you go. That Lucy
Like many of my friends have said, everybody's gay for Lucy.
Yes.
I like to say that
she was the Keira Knightley of the 90s.
I want to say I'm cis, but every time I see Keanu Reeves, especially from the 90s, I'm like,
he was a very pretty man.
That's a handsome ass dude.
Yeah.
I'll say I think he's handsome now, but he was pretty in the 90s.
I have all of the Wick films.
He was pretty in the 90s.
Yeah, and that's one of the other franchises that
really?
Keep going.
I heard baby.
The baby also likes Keanu Reeves and wants to join the conversation.
Probably.
How does the baby feel about the John Wick movies?
He loves them.
I thought the first one had a surprising bit of emotional intelligence. When John Wick was screaming about how his wife gave him his dog so he wouldn't be alone and he would have someone to grieve with.
I don't remember if I asked this before, but has anybody seen Snatch?
Oh, yep. Snatch is great.
Yeah. Snatch is great. That's a good movie. Oh my God, that was Guy Ritchie's best movie.
Smoking Aces too, but Snatch, oh my God, is perfect for a popcorn film.
Yep, both of them are both the Snatch and Smoking Aces. Highly recommended for a good popcorn film. Good expenses, Guy Ritchie does this.
I was high.
What was that? Couldn't hear it.
Not like holding hands and walking along the beach.
I couldn't hear what you said, Joey.
The Minions movie. The first time I saw it, I was really high.
Okay.
Is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels a Ritchie movie?
Yes, it is.
Well,
it was the one that important. It stars most of the same people.
Oh wait, I misspoke. I meant to say Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, not Smoking Aces. I have not seen Smoking Aces. It's similar to those movies, but not Guy Ritchie.
I mean, it's also very good. It's very in that style. So I just took it as given that it's.
Has anyone else seen one of my favorite films, Set It Off?
I don't think so.
That a dancing film?
That with Queen Latifah?
No, it's not dancing. You're right. Yes, Isaiah. It's a film about 4 young black women.
Okay. I haven't seen this, but I've heard.
And they end up. One of them is a bank teller. Bank gets robbed, and the bank manager is a racist fucktwit who accuses her, or at least implies that she had something to do with it, and fires her. Okay, she got no money, whatever. They're talking or whatever. They're like, you know what? We're accused of it. Let's just go do it. And I won't spoil it for you, but it's a damn good film. I cried my ass off at the end, but it's a damn good film.
Have you seen Eve's Bayou, Siobhan? Because that's a real good Southern Gothic film from a black perspective.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I've been getting into Ethel Kane, who does Southern Gothic music. Right. So I've actually been doing on a Southern Gothic kick. And In the Heat of the Night is really good.
Oh yeah,
is that the one with
Sidney Poitier?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the movie. I'm talking about the TV show that came from the.
Oh, okay. I have not seen the TV show.
That was with Carol Connor and.
I remember watching that when it was coming out and liking it at the time, but I haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, that was with Carol O'Connor. He's the one who played Archie on Archie Bunker.
Okay, yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. Great TV show, I thought.
Yeah, I have a subscription to MGM, and I get to watch it up there.
cool.
Okay, random. I mentioned this on my stream yesterday. I have not seen The Lost Boys. Am I doing a disservice to
You're
myself?
fired. You are absolutely.
That's the one with the guy from the movie with young Will Wheaton when John Cusack died.
You gotta see The Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is so
it.
much fun.
You know what? Because I told Indigenous earlier, Saturdays I'm going to be doing movie streaming on my Discord, and I can rent it and then acquire it from YouTube. Okay.
Yep.
Like $4, I think, whatever it is to rent it. Might
probably is.
Some of them are free.
Yeah, some of them are free on YouTube.
And then I'll put it on Discord.
There's this website called the Pirate Bay that I think
there's also that.
No. I don't do Pirate Bay. I use Tor and VPN, and I don't do Pirate Bay because they're way too heavily watched. There are quite a few other ones that I use. But a good is Yiffy.
Yeah.
Who has seen Clear Cut?
Clear Cut up.
Never even heard of it.
Yes, with Graham Greene.
Haven't heard of him either.
You guys gotta see Clear Cut with a freaking awesome.
Yeah. Clear Cut's a freaking awesome movie.
It's got the guy who shot someone.
Trying to think of my obscure one that I kind of hope other people have seen. Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Oh, that movie! It's such a wonderful dark comedy.
Such a great dark comedy.
Oh, what's her name?
Kirstie Alley.
No, I was thinking the young slutty one.
Kirsten Dunst.
No, not her.
So, what's your favorite cult film? Mine is Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, technically,
that's a solid choice.
Okay, the UHF because I just like Weird Al Yankovic and like I find UHF just like very funny, and that's for sure a cult film as well too.
Yeah, UHF is very charming. It's
badass.
You get to drink from the fire hose.
Beastmaster is good.
I don't know if it's a cult film because it's weird. It's all it is music by Philip Glass.
Okay.
And loads of images and motion footage. It's trying to compare how mankind has messed around with the environment, basically. And it's called Koyanis Katsi, which I think, don't ask me, is a native word of somewhere. And I wish it bloody was. I wish it was a resting place. And it's really, really good. And whenever I'm feeling a bit shitty about it, about the world, I quite often put that on. And it's just very, very relaxing. I mean, Philip Glass is pretty good as a composer anyway. So.
He's no Denny Elfman.
What about you, John?
Yeah.
Sorry.
John Brockman, what's your favorite cult movie?
Ooh, Princess Bride.
Is that a cult movie though?
It did very, very poorly in theaters.
I love it.
And it did amazing on VHS.
I love
it.
So I love Gary Ellis is a gay crush of mine. So
and the thing about Princess Bride is it did really well on VHS without Ted Turner backing it.
Really? Your granddad.
So my favorite cult film, and I know both Shaban and Mithra are gonna hate this, but I gotta say my favorite cult film is
I know.
It's what?
Titanic. I'm sorry.
That's not a cult film. That was so popular in theaters. That's just a film.
Okay.
That was a summer blockbuster.
What are we defining as a cult film?
Generally, what defined as a cult film is that it's not generally very popular, and basically the people who are fans of it are the people that are following the movie as a cult, like Troll 2 or The Room would be a good example.
Or Tremors.
Or Tremors, yes.
Tremors is so good.
I'm gonna say Mosquito.
Oh, Mosquito. That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes. Solid.
About mutant mosquitoes killing people, and it's actually the basis for my movie about killer plants. So, Mosquito, there you go.
Schlock movies like that would definitely be fit into that criteria.
Repo Man would be an example of a cult movie.
Yeah, it's
I love Repo Man.
Which one?
Not Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Yes, I want Repo the Genetic Opera is a fantastic fucking film. And granted, there's a little bit, not much, a little bit of auto-tune involved, but I did not realize, considering I heard part of her other CDs, that Paris Hilton could actually sing a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Can I just say something about the ones you two, Lock Stock, though? The director.
Guy Ritchie.
Yes. He, I don't know whether he had any direct association with, I think he might have done. He comes from a generation and from an area who almost venerated the Cray brothers. Who
I don't know who that is.
Right, they were a pair of literally psychopathic or sociopathic, whichever you want, gangsters in the early 60s. They murdered quite a lot of people. They ran protection rackets across Eastern.
And between them, they had 2 eyebrows.
London. Yep. They were really, really evil people. And the British press was particularly bad, but a lot of people in the media had really strong associations with them.
Are you talking about the Moor murders? The people who killed?
Yeah, it was similar. The Moors were just murderers, though. These people were gangsters. They
owned a nightclub.
Gangsters. A friend of mine, his uncle had to leave the country because he had a bookshop in the East End and he didn't want to pay them protection money. So basically he was told you get
What about you? My memory sucks ass because I've only seen you a few times. So is it Ellie or Ely or
Edie?
Edie. Okay. What's your what would you consider your favorite cult movie if you had one?
Oh, it's a obscure Danish monster movie called Reptilicus.
Ooh.
Which is basically from the 60s. They had a cast of like big actors, but all of them are really embarrassed about being in that movie because it's
so bad.
It's a really bad movie, but it's so fun.
So bad is good.
It's good, yeah.
It's so much fun. And there's this.
The
best scene in the movie is this famous comedian jumping around singing about the monster in the middle of the movie without no sort of preamble. But they had to put it in there because he's this big comedian and they had to put him in there.
It's like putting Robin Williams in the middle of a shitty movie.
Yeah.
And that's a live action big lip alligator moment.
My 2 examples, because I literally can't pick between them, are 2 dark comedies starring Robin Williams. Death to Smoochie and
God, that's amazing.
World's Greatest Dad is like the grimmest thing, like the grimmest subject matter, like, but it's presented like a what's the word? Almost like a coming of age teen drama, like as the presentation. But it's about an author that uses the accidental death of his son to get famous. Oh, it's so dark.
Like Eric Clapton.
Oh God!
I can't stand that fucking asshole.
Oh man!
Wow.
Eric, my last point, because I'm getting ready to go here. Eric Clapton is one hell of a guitarist, and he's one of the shittiest human beings I've ever heard about.
Oh yeah.
Wanna get down? You've gotta take her out. Cocaine.
One of my favorite Twitter interactions has to be responding to a Eric Clapton tweet about like modern music isn't subtle enough and that kind of thing. It's like, motherfucker, you wrote a song called Cocaine.
The chorus is just the word cocaine.
He also, during the height of the pandemic here, because people are dying every day of COVID still.
Yeah, so
he also, during the height of the pandemic here, told people that they didn't have to wear masks to attend his concerts. He's an anti-mask and anti-vaxxer. I need to go. So, y'all, if you don't mind, I'm going to give like a short blurb, and then I'm going to head out here.
Yep.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on all the social media shit. I'm on Bluetooth. I'm on Bluetooth.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we can listen to you on Bluetooth.
My headset's on Bluetooth. I'm on Blue Sky. As the Angry Wrench Speaks, I'm also on Blue Sky as the Existential Cafe. It's a comic script that I run about a bunch of gods up at a bar lounge in the clouds and the shit they get into. I'm on YouTube, obviously, as the Angry Wrench Speaks. That'll be going in about half an hour. And I got all this shit, like I got like a link tree where you can, support the show or buy my books or whatever, all that bullshit. But I just wanted to point out for the show today, I usually do social issues or political issues or whatever. Today is not going to be a light show. It's not going to be a light-hearted show. So if anybody doesn't want to show up, if you happen to be watching this and they're curious about it, if anybody doesn't want to show up, that's completely fine. But I'm going to be talking about death, trauma, self-unaliving attempts that I've gone through myself as well as others. Stuff about CPTSD and PTSD and other mental issues, like I'm bipolar disorder 2. And I'm also going to be covering, because you could go through, and oh my God, that's doom scrolling, whatever. Okay, but I'm also going to be covering techniques that you can use to slightly, at least, ameliorate that, to lessen the impact that modern life has on you, and ways you can interact with people that also can help you cope with it. You're never, I have chronic depression. It's never going to go away. It's going to be with me for my life. It's been with me all of my life. But there are ways that I can cope with it. And that's one of the things I'm going to share today. After I get through all the BS, okay, like, oh my God, that's horrible. Okay, then I'm also going to show you ways that I think that you can kind of push back from that mentally.
All right. I put the links to all those things, your Blue Sky, your YouTube, and the comic into the live chat. So, it's all there for just to check out. So, thank you for dropping in and saying hi and sharing us your favorite cult movies and other topics and conversations.
I think you guys are all pretty good, despite what John says.
Yes.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Talking shit about me again.
Well, you were late.
But... oh, jeez. You were early. That's on you.
I just wasn't as early as you usually are. I was.
But George R.P. Flight and Navigator, that is like a classic movie, cult movie, the underappreciated, underrated. Not many people seen it. It's
Fred Savage.
I don't. Was Fred Savage?
Or was it Scott Savage?
I think it was like Scott Savage, or something like that.
They look exactly the same.
Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman was in that movie because he voiced the robot in there.
Yep. The crap. I used to remember what that was called. Sheesh. Yeah, there are so many. I think they were actually pretty popular at the time, but what do you call it? A lot of Disney's live action fare from that period has fallen away to ephemera. Nobody talks about Darby O'Gill and the Little People anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about
The Longest Journey. Was that one of those?
Freaking. I don't think Batteries Not Included was that, but it certainly had the same kind of vibe as Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah. Let's see.
Is that the one where a lamp comes to life or something?
No. There's these little 2-3-inch diameter little spaceships that
they're little aliens.
It's like Weebo from Flubber, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
So let's see what else to talk about. What else is happening? Yeah, have we mentioned? We already mentioned how Charles Schwab. Oh, he's a real person apparently. I thought he was in bank. So that's already been covered.
The guy who founded the bank.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured that like Charles Schwab was like a person and like a guy who founded the bank and something like that, but like didn't realize that like, oh wait, he's also like he's alive and like and he just made $1 billion because like yeah, Trump is doing some insider trading as well too, even to his followers on like True Social as well too, because that happened.
Oh, did you guys see that there are supposed to be like 256 new billionaires that Forbes is saying are going to be billionaires this year?
Awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Including Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fuck, I can't remember the other two, but there are a couple of celebrities as well.
Well, I mean, with inflation, is being a billionaire really that much of a prize? Have you seen the price of eggs?
I wonder if over the last 40 years, if how it would compare if you just had all of your money in the stock market that entire time versus how much more money you'd have at the end of it if as soon as a Republican president got inaugurated, you took all of the money out, put it into a more stable thing like treasury bonds or gold or something, and then waited until a Democrat was elected president, was confirmed, and then put it back in the stock market. Because all of the major crashes
has happened in the stock market. It's happened in the Republicans. Yep. 2008, 2000.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, it used to take time for Republican policies to cause a crash. Trump did it in 45 days.
Yeah, 2018 or 2020.
Well, we're talking about the same asshole who freaking bankrupted casinos. So.
How the fuck do you not run a casino successfully?
I know, it's free money.
The most recent thing I've seen is he made money out of bankrupting them.
They're probably just crimes and fraud as like he normally does, just like he learned from his father.
Yeah. And committed against his father.
And also fleecing everyone that he worked with, like contractors as well too. So it's like so there was a pause on the tariffs, a 90-day pause on the tariffs, and all because the treasury bonds were also like going down and like being affected as well too. And when the treasury bombs are like losing value, something like that, that shows that
if
like,
China wanted, they could destroy our economy right now, and I think they should.
They're in the process of doing that because
I would think like Iran could do the same thing with the oil.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they're smart and they understand if they destroy it slowly, they don't cause a global global Great Depression.
Yeah.
If they destabilize it quickly, it will hurt them.
Yeah. Now, the tariffs, the 10% tariffs across all the countries for some reason, even the island of penguins, I bet, are still in place for some reason. And the tariffs against China is still in place. And they're now, like, last I checked, 145%. And it's like, and also China's doing reciprocal tariffs on us as well, too. Understandably, my first. So the economy's still going to suck as well, too.
Except for
the fact that the island of penguins is called McDonald Island and no one makes the even McDonald's isn't safe from Trump's thing. I thought Trump loved McDonald's. Like I understand like poking fun of the penguin thing because that's stupid as fuck. But
he was taxing the guano.
Is penguin scat referred to as
It's
guano?
all about the cheeseburgers.
Probably not, but you know.
That's
it's called guano. Or maybe it's only bats are called guano.
Okay, what are the? This is going to be a moment where I'm looking up.
No, both bird and bat shit is called guano.
Okay, birds and bat shit are called guano.
What's the fun Google search? What's penguin scat called?
The penguin poop.
That'll fuck with your FBI agent.
I should do that anyway, since like we're going to be monitored. What those penguin poop call?
Boss, do I really have to keep
like
watching these guys? All they do is talk about bird shit and porn.
It is commonly referred to as guano. It's been confirmed.
But even even the Chinese ones tariffs have been fiddled with, haven't they? Because he all of a sudden they took the tariff off electronic goods coming into the States because they suddenly realized you guys wouldn't have any iPhones, wouldn't have any tabs, wouldn't have any chips, wouldn't have any graphics cards. You know, the Switch 2 would be disintegrated. I mean, it's going to be.
You can't listen to his truths if you don't have a phone.
Given how much of his cabinet is heavily invested in crypto, I can't imagine that being acceptable to the people he actually cares about.
They'll have leaned on him and said, "You've got to be fucking kidding, man."
That's this is the world we live in, and we just gotta prepare it for the best that we can, including with all the targeting of like anyone that's like brown skin that may or may not be like a citizen, and even if they're not a citizen, then like they can still just be like black bag and like taken away too. Definitely targeting like
on Somalia. I mean. All Somalia's done is
I don't know if you know this, but Somalia is full of brown people.
I mean, it's not like they're going to be declaring their taxable revenue with the US, is it? A bunch of pirates, for Christ's sake.
He probably saw that movie. Yeah, that's probably why he did it.
I'm the captain now.
Absolutely mental. Oh, I mean... If there were two brain cells in there, Brownian motion should determine that eventually they'll meet up. But I'm struggling to work it.
We're assuming a lot,
man.
we're also assuming a lot with Trump. If we can't, it's like predict what like Trump is doing. I don't know. It's just like who's the last person to talk to, honestly, or it's like that's pretty much it as well.
It feels like it's been a year and not 3 months. Yeah. He's done so much shit already, and it's too much.
Yep, that's just like do the best we can with like what we got, with what we can do, for best, and sometimes the Democrats will do something like hold the floor for like 25 hours, like Cory Booker did a few weeks ago as well too, but like. It technically wasn't a filibuster, so like I guess Strom Thurmond still has a record because he was actually filibustering when he did that as well too. But that is the like most.
I gotta say, I think we can count on Chuck Schumer to be brave in this dark time.
People are aroused. I've never seen so many people so aroused.
I think you're using that in a different way than we do here in the States. I think you mean upset. Active?
No, that's what Schumer said. That was what Schumer said. Along with
people are thirsty for Cory Booker is what you're trying to
say. Are you saying Chuck Schumer's trying to cock block us?
Chuck Schumer gave us blue balls.
Absolutely astonishing piece of. You know, and I mean, especially with what he's done since, just
the leadership of the Democratic Party giving blue balls to the blue wave.
Oh god, the it's just in my head. Oh god,
I got the blues real bad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, he also gave that ridiculous press conference the day after, didn't he? Where they were all stood there holding hands saying, "We will fight." And the first opportunity to fight, he capitulated like...
like Neville fucking Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some news. Did you guys that there's an all-girl space flight going off tomorrow?
Yeah,
that's right. One with Katy Perry.
Thoughts?
What?
No, thoughts, like not
No, they would be thoughts because then that whole up there.
I had to be like, no, I mean like mental, not.
Yeah, yes. We got the fun. I think it's Jeff Bezos trying desperately to still be relevant.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
But I mean, like, good for them. That's a wonderful thing that they can get to do. If you're gonna be rich, that is the sort of experience very few people will ever get to get, and I think more people should get it because, was it Neil Armstrong said, "I want to grab someone and say, look at that, you bastard."
Yeah.
It's one of Bezos's rockets or something.
Yeah, it's on Blue Origin. It's one of his penis rockets, I'm sure. I'm just going to. It's just going.
I got girls on my cock.
Those Musks. Is it Musks or his that explode?
Musk's rockets have been exploding.
Yeah, that's because he brings in dipshits who do cost cutting. And you don't want to cost cut on a fucking rocket.
Yes, Jeff Bezos actually wants to go to space because, like, what else can he spend his money on as well, too? So it's like he's
hookers and blow.
Money. Yeah. Okay.
I've always like Richard Branson more than all the other.
Oh God, Branson's a twat.
I wish.
Yeah, he saved me from having to say it.
Yeah,
again,
twat.
Again, no such thing as a good billionaire as well, too.
I was gonna make
just a milk.
I was going to make the what do you call it? None of them. The world would be a better place if they were all as brave as Stockton Rush.
Oh.
Get on their own
Yeah, that's what I'm always wondering. Why isn't Musk going to Mars?
He wants to, but it's like, I don't know.
No, he wants to send people to Mars to be his slaves.
Or to the sun.
Oh my God, the frickin' Bezos had a quote about that sort of thing, as he was going up there, like thinking about how many resources are up there and how good it would be to have like factories up there. Like,
who's gonna?
He wants to take outsourcing to the next level.
That go into space and see the Earth, like have a profound, like, that's such a small place, like, you know, and he's like, man, there's so much to exploit up here.
Yeah. Isaiah.
No, I was saying I don't think Elon really understands getting to Mars. Getting like
he doesn't understand what a truck looks like.
He doesn't understand that Mars and Earth have to be at a specific point where you can get to them quick enough.
And even then, it takes a year.
Yeah, like it took 2 weeks for like the Apollo for the most part, but this is going to take like years.
People don't seem to understand that the moon is 25 million miles away.
Yeah, 25,000.
No, that's the circumference of the Earth. The moon is 250 million miles away.
Is it?
Or no, 250,000. You're right. Yes.
Because like I was like
10 times the circumference of the Earth.
Yes, because like the sun is only 93 million miles away from like Earth as well too, or like no, the Earth is about 92ish. So it's like 250 million miles. It's like 200,000 and 50,000.
250,000
miles. Yeah. Okay.
But still, it's really fucking far. Space is big and it's empty.
Yes, and you can't hear anyone.
You know why?
Scream.
Gravity. It sucks.
Yeah, that's it too. Well, yeah. The gravity sucks. Yes. Okay, this is totally random. That reminds me, yesterday on the conversation on my stream, Kane asked a question: the best non-Terminator James Cameron movie.
The Abyss.
I don't say I really like The Abyss.
I did mention The Abyss. I really like
the movie.
Ed Harris rips a woman's shirt open and slaps her a couple of times. That's good resuscitation.
Okay, white penis man.
A white guy goes crazy and hurts people. So accurate.
No, that was in The Abyss as well too.
It also had one of the best filmed examples of the. I mean, they use Henway in the joke, but the joke is essentially the Ligma or Dick 4 kind of joke.
So I think yesterday I kind of said like,
oh, how much does a hen weigh? Okay.
Yeah, they're going through a checklist, and he's
it's
like,
pooping soon.
okay, and what about the hen weigh? It's like, what do you mean? It's like the hen weigh. What? and
that's the one where they drown a rat.
No, the rat like was able to breathe, and that was just in the film to prove the point. They have like a Chekhov like gun
God
for
damn
like
it. Now I have to look up the specific definition of the word drown.
See, but okay, so for me, the best like non-Terminator James Cameron film, it's edged by True Lies, because Aliens is still really good, but like Aliens, you kind of should see Alien before that. True Lies stands as own a lot better than Aliens is love too. So it's like, but all great movies as well too, including The Abyss as well too. So it's like,
God damn it! There's two
Lies is a fun
competing definitions.
Alien is amazing.
I like True Lies. I had a crush on what's her face? Yeah. Yeah, I like her. Albanian. She's Albanian. I like her.
Drown is one of the definitions is specifically to die through submersion and or inhalation of water. But another definition of drown is to completely submerge in water. So both of them, it is what you said is both true and not true, because it definitely doesn't die.
And then there's also dry drowning, where you drown on dry land because your lungs fill up with fluid.
Yeah. Oh yes, that can happen, which is why if someone like pass out and they're vomiting, make sure to turn them onto the side and clear their mouth.
Well, I think that's just choking.
You're right. You're right. That's choking. If being filled with
if they aspirate the vomit, then that's choking.
Yeah. Because yes, you can seriously actually.
Maybe give that baby's face a wipe. He's been eating chocolate.
That baby.
Maybe.
Because yes, you can seriously die of choking.
Wipe his face and give him a biscuit.
He won't eat biscuit.
And now I'm just reminded of like this is Spinal Tap. But funny enough, it wasn't his own vomit. No, we don't know whose vomit it was. You cannot dust vomit for Prince.
I love that the guy's playing this beautiful classical music playing on the piano, and he says, "What's it called? Lick my love pump."
You can't dust it for Prince, but if you know what the person ate, you can test to see what kind of food was in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if bile is biochemically identifiable.
Yes.
You were saying something, Mitchell?
Yes.
It is?
It is.
Okay.
Because it carries trace DNA.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Because it shows up in the intestines rather than the stomach.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so there you go. So like you have bile, you can like do a DNA test, or like with any other like DNA samples that you have, like spit, saliva, spit and saliva. Same thing.
I've watched enough forensic files to know that vomit is definitely a identifiable like it has been used to solve crimes.
Well, yeah. It's like how long were the food contents in the stomach, kind of thing.
And food will takes, and it depends on what kind of food it is, how long it'll stay in the stomach.
Yeah.
Like watermelon can pass in half an hour, but a steak will take a couple hours.
Just like you know, they do that with fly eggs and larvae and shit too.
Oh yeah. Yay, science!
I had a friend who was fairly high up as a forensic scientist in the UK. He was invited to all sorts of international conferences and stuff. And he said,
probably just because he was good in bed.
Probably. But he said almost every single forensic scientist I know absolutely hates CSI because we all wish
that's not science.
We all wish we had that sort of equipment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Enhance.
Yeah.
Enhance.
In a city, in just a city's like police department or investigation department. Oh, the Georgia MP. My joke about Alien is that it would be the less serious like movie if the Xenomorphs came out the butt and not the chest. That would be a very different movie if they were butt busters instead of chest busters.
Hey, what was the name of that movie? Stephen King wrote the script. It had aliens that came out of your butt.
Oh, Stephen King movie that where aliens come out of the butts.
Damn, I'm trying
I don't know.
Probably like this movie. I'm trying to blank though.
Attack of the Killer Tapeworm.
Stephen King.
It might have been called something
movie.
like Dreamcatcher, maybe.
No,
Dreamcatcher.
I can see that. It is Dreamcatcher. No,
Dreamcatcher is the ideal Stephen King movie. Ass aliens and all.
Yes.
Space porn. You guys just said ass aliens. Sounds like a space porn.
Oh, this is a very recent movie. It's got the guy from Band of Brothers.
Yeah, from 2003. Yeah, so it's like and Stephen King just keeps on writing as well too.
Okay, I need to reacquaint you what recent means because 2003 was almost 25 years ago. That's a whole person who could rent a car ago.
Yeah, recent is in that like it happened in my adult time. It happens when I'm an adult as well too, because everything in the past I'm finally adult out of high school and stuff like that. Everything that came out after in my adult time is just recent, including the 2000s, and it's like, oh damn.
I remember.
Good movie though. It was pretty freaky.
Yeah.
I remember.
And you're not upset at him for appropriating your culture, stealing your dream catchers?
No. Because of what he did with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but did it actually have dream catchers in it, or was it just a random word he chose?
There is a dream catcher in it that a big one that's in the cabin, and one of the like he normally has like some kind of psychic phenomena that goes on in almost all of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people who are in the movie ends up not being an actual person, but is an alien.
Oh,
that,
yeah, immigrant.
That has like these visions, and the dream catcher is like kind of central to that. So it's kind of like the whole movie surrounds like this dream catcher that's in this cabin. It was pretty good.
Lucia doesn't think that Lucia does not think any James Cameron movie is good. Well, that's your opinion as well too.
You are technically correct.
I mean, he's like
you have never thought of any of them. It's good.
I'm not that big fan of like Avatar Blue People movie or
Let's do a colonialism in space.
Well, yeah. That's very white slavery.
It's Dances
like,
with Navi.
Blue people.
I mean,
yeah. We're approaching the end of the show. So like that. Well, okay, that's fair. There's not enough magical girl stuff in James Cameron movies. That's very fair, honestly.
Well, I mean, there was the TV show Terminator.
Yeah, there was as well too. And like James Cameron did like worked on like other kind of shows like Dark Angel as well too. But no, Dark Angel is not magical girl enough as well too. So like yeah. So anyway, Isaiah, what do you want to like? What are you working on right now? Do you want to promote, or you just want to promote your Instagram?
I'm working on my Titan Gemini flyable rocket booster right now.
Nice. So you probably can.
I'm gonna put that on Instagram later.
All right, then. So I'll ask like Joey, Metro, and like Joe, but like Ely, do you have anything to promote and then like your cat account?
Not today, but I do want to plug my cat account again.
Yep, I will do that. I got the Blue Sky here, so Princess Luna and Blue Sky. Why am I bad at like using computers as well too? So copy and then paste. Metro, Joe, and Joey.
No.
Yep.
Nothing to promote yet, but I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What or should I name the? Should I use real world people for the wealthiest people, or should I just like allude to like similar archetypes in a story I'm writing?
I'd go this Neil Stevenson route. It's on TV tropes. It's called No Celebrities Were Harmed. Make it obvious, but don't use their names because then they can sue you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a fine line to veil who you're.
Given that
calling for the death sub.
The basic plot is every month the person who has control of the most personal wealth dies quietly in their sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And how society deals with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to use real names because those people do happen.
A tech billionaire whose companies repeatedly fail. Elon Musk wouldn't be allowed to sue you, or he would. He would be allowed to sue you, but
successful.
In that example, like that's the first one that passes, and there's a passing note to what do you call it? Rumors persist that he overdosed on ketamine.
For some reason, he had a chainsaw butt plug.
Okay. Oh, God. I don't want to think which end goes where. So anyway,
have we ever done the why the chainsaw was invented thing here?
No.
Someone should look that up because I don't. Because it's more fun for you to find out on your own than me to just say it.
All right. Well,
why was the chainsaw invented?
All right. I'm going to look this up as well, too.
Oh, my God. I know, right?
Don't Google that if you have girl parts.
Okay, then. I don't have girl parts, but like, it's just my dad.
That's
a very Catholic thing to do.
I know, right?
So explain the joke.
I'm just going to look it up myself as well too.
Okay, sometimes during childbirth, you have to do a little bit of cutting to make things bigger.
Oh God!
Oh, geez.
And sometimes you have to do a little bit of sawing to make bone arches bigger.
No, I get it now.
Yeah, it's bad.
Wow. And then somebody thought this will be good for trees. Wow.
It's better for trees.
Honestly, yes. What we are the worst, and like oh my God, like this goes along the lines like, okay, what time do I want to live in now? Because we have much better like medical technology, and not doing that to people.
But I mean, it was invented at the same time. Well, not cars, but the steam engine.
Yeah,
it was a steam-powered chainsaw.
Steam-powered. Jesus, imagine if that blew up.
I was gonna say, and it had to be hot because that's just how steam power works.
God.
In the 1780s, a hand-cranked chainsaw for cutting up women.
Oh God.
Okay, I can't.
No, yeah, it's terrible. It's just. How is that not in like a horror movie? Because that's just like
I know.
It's perfect.
That basically is every horror movie.
On the other hand, it would have meant all serial killers were incredibly buff.
Yeah, honestly. Anyway, Chainsaw is actually like a lot of work as well too. With that said, I am Submarine Geek. I'm Submarine Geek on all the social media sites like Blue Sky, Twitter, Tumblr, Threads, and Instagram, and YouTube. I am posting more things on YouTube at least some things regularly on YouTube, so they should check that out. But also on like Twitch, and I'm going to be continue streaming Fortnite on Twitch, and probably going to be extremely frustrated and slap the side of my head again as well too. But I'm only going to be streaming for like a couple of hours because I'm going to see a movie this afternoon with my brothers and a friend. Vampires of D, the classic the animated like a movie. It's a 40-year anniversary of it, so that's what we're gonna see. And then when I come home, I'm gonna have a third stream tonight as well too, because like since like that movie's going to split of times, and when I normally stream, it's just like okay, I'm just gonna have like 3 streams as well too. So and John Brunkman, you're part of another podcast, aren't you?
Indeed, I am. Dungeons and Debacles. We're cops. I'm still working out how to kill my cop and replace him with a cat. And I want to say, in the first Terminator movie, the world was saved because Sarah Connor threw a desperate Kyle Reese a pity fuck.
Yes, that was a plot essential sex scene, though.
Yeah, because it's literally how John Connor was born. She took pity on the 30-year-old virgin. All right, and with that, goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.
You can't see the baby.
Jerrylinks.page. Don't forget Jerrylinks.page.
Yep. Community support.